But now we are released from the law, having died to that which held us captive, so that we serve in the new way of the Spirit, and not in the old way of the written code. Romans chapter 7, verse 6. What this verse means is quite a mystery to a lot of people, but its actuality means this, that we are no longer bound in salvation by the law. That is to say, we do not have to earn our salvation by works, as many thought we had to in the old ways. In the Old Testament, and even in the New, the Jews thought that by doing the works of God alone, as if they were some rule book that needed to be followed in order to get to heaven, that we would be good people, essentially. But Christ comes and tells us that it is not by works, but rather by grace through faith that we are saved alone. And so we are not bound by the law to get us into heaven, but rather we are bound by Christ to go to heaven. And the law must still be obeyed to show the love of Christ and to live godly lives. But it is not what binds us, and not all the law needs to be done, because Christ fulfilled every law and prophecy from the Old Testament. And so, I'm not saying ignore the Old Testament by any means, but the laws of the New Testament are what should be followed, as well as the Old. But not every law from the Old Testament still applies today. This is something I still struggle with in my walk with Christ. Legalism, or trying to follow the law to a T, is something that plagues me from time to time. I am very detail-oriented in that manner. And so I encourage you today to not make the same mistakes that I am still prone to. Put your faith in God, as I do, and live in His grace, and have grace upon yourself as He would on you. Forgive and love like He does. Now, if you'll join me in the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.